Hi everyone, welcome to yoga with me, Claire. Hope you're all feeling good today. Just a few general things that always apply. My instructions are just suggestions, so listen to your body. If it doesn't feel right, then stop immediately or go into child's pose. Just remember what you might have been able to do last week, you might not be able to do this week, so always listen to your body. And the second thing is remember to be barefoot, which I'm not, so you don't slip and slide in the postures. Okie doke, I'm going to hop onto my mat. Okay, we're going to start in our easy pose, our Sukhasana. If you sit cross-legged, if you've got problems with your knees, you can put your legs out in front of you. So just going to ground those sitting bones down right now. You might just want to do a few circles, just loosen up the spine. Okay, so once we're happy and settled, we're going to zip up the abs, chin parallel to the floor, crown nice and high, roll the shoulders back, and then gaze down either at your nose or close your eyes, hands on your knees, and just find your breath. So with yoga, we try and breathe in and out through our noses if possible. As you breathe in, feel your tummy expand, your lungs expand. And as you breathe out, feel your shoulders drop down. So we're going to try and make the in and out breath the same number. So for example, if you're breathing in for 4, breathe out for 4. Okay, we're going to add in some neck movement. So we're just going to do like half moons with our neck. So look over to the side, just little half moons. If you want to go all the way around, you can, but it's not really for me. It's whatever works for you. Okay, now we're going to add in some stretches. So we're going to raise the right arm up and just lean over on an exhale. Inhale to centre and then swap sides. In, exhale to the side. Inhale to centre and swap sides. And go with your own breath. Okay, inhale to centre. I'm going to add in some side twists. So if we put your opposite hand on your opposite knee, so right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind your back. Exhale, inhale to centre, exhale to the other side. So we can go 3 in total on each side. So keep your shoulders open, up and your chest open. Last one on each side. Okay, we're going to transition into our tabletop. So I'm going to go on all 4s. So make sure your knees are hip width apart and your hands are shoulder width apart. You want to ground your fingers down, especially your little finger and your thumb, the tops of your feet. Make sure your shoulders and wrists are aligned and your knees and your hips are aligned. And on an inhale, we're going to raise our tailbone up and open up our hearts. On an exhale, we're going to curl our back like a Halloween cat, chin to chest. Inhale up, exhale down. So go with your own breath here. As you come up, feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. As you come down, push into the ground. Okay, we're going to add in a bit of ab work here, and this is optional. If you want to carry on doing the cat-cow, you can. If not, we're going to extend our right leg out. So make sure it's in a nice straight line, so not up here or down there. Nice straight line, flex that heel. And we're going to put our left hand out, gaze down, so your neck's nice and straight. And then we're just going to crunch our knee to our elbow 3 times. In, out, in, out. In, out. Okay, and then we're going to swap sides. So get your balance back again. Extend the left leg out, flex that heel. Right hand out, gaze down, and we're going to crunch again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to get ready for our downward dog. So if we put our hands a little bit further forwards, make sure your hands are nice and widely spread. If you've got any problems with your wrists, you can just twist your hands outwards slightly, so there's less pressure on your wrists. We're going to tuck our toes and push our tailbone up to the sky for our first downward dog. Okay, when you're here, you might want to pedal your feet and check your feet positioning. They should be hip width apart, so not too far apart and not too close together. Nice hip width. Tailbone nice and high. Pull your belly button towards your spine, and then just pedal those feet if you want to. Stretch out the hamstrings. Okay, so as you breathe out, feel the energy flow out through your heels as you try and push them into the ground. As you want a straight back in your downward dog, you might need to bend your knees so that your back's nice and straight and your tailbone's nice and high. But just listen to your body. Okay, we're going to do a little flow here. So we're going to inhale and go over to plank. So we're just going to lean forward so the weight's in our shoulders. So plank, exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. And then one more, inhale to plank, exhale to downward dog. Okay, we're going to walk our feet to our hands for our first forward fold. So you want your feet hip width apart, and you want a nice hinge at your hips. You might have a bend in your leg, which is less pressure on your lower back, it's up to you. So your hands could be on the floor, ankles, on your shins, or you can hug your elbows and sway like a ragdoll. These inversion poses are really good for calming your nervous system. So the forward fold and the downward dog. The tailbone nice and high. Okay, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time into our mountain pose. So ground through the feet, you want your weight in your heels. So you put your toes down one at a time, ground down through your thighs, shoulders roll back, this invisible thread holding your crown nice and high, palms open up, and then we're going to do our sun salutation. So on an inhale, we're going to raise those arms up with a slight back bend. Exhale, swallow dive, hinge at the hips into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. So step back into your plank. If you prefer, you can do this on your knees. Otherwise, we're going to go down, squeezing the elbows in, and then inhale to upward dog or cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Now 3 breaths here. Okay, we're going to raise the right leg up. Then lunge it forward between our hands. Back foot goes down at 45 degrees. So we're going into our warrior one. So check your positioning. So heel under knee. You don't want to be over, it's bad for you. So you want a nice alignment, you might need to wiggle. Foot at 45 degrees. Hips facing forward, arms up. You can either put your palms facing each other or you can have a pistol grip. It's completely up to you. Warrior one. So we're going to do 3 breaths here. then move into warrior two. So for warrior two, we're going to put our hands down, we're going to twist, push that back foot 90 degrees, and we're going to face forwards. So you still want that lunge in that front leg, you can gaze over your front middle finger. Roll the shoulders back and relax. Okay, now we're going to transition into our triangles. We're going to straighten that front leg, and then we're going to hinge at the hips into our triangle. So for our triangle, some people might aim for the floor, but then this bit crushes a bit, so you're better off having this bit nice and open. So for your triangle, you need to feel like you're between two panes of glass, so you're not tipping forwards, you're being squashed between two panes of glass. Okay, you've got a few options as well. You can either gaze up at your top hand, or you can gaze at me, and then if this hurts your shoulder, you can always put your arm behind your back. So listen to your body. Okay, we're going to come up, back into our warrior two, so bend that front leg. We're going to cartwheel the hands down, and we're going to plank and chaturanga, and then vinyasa to downward dog. So come down, exhale, inhale, upward dog or cobra, exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths in. So now we're going to do everything on the other side. So raise the left leg up, step forwards, back foot 45 degrees. Oops, moving my feet around. Okay, check your positioning again, that heel and ankle are aligned. Face forward, arms up. Again, palms facing each other or pistol grip, whichever works for you. Shoulders roll back. Keep your belly button pulled to your spine. 3 breaths here. Okay, ready to transition to warrior two. So arms come down, back foot twist to 90 degrees. Keeping that lunge. Arms out, gaze over that front middle finger. If you want, you can always go a bit deeper into that lunge. Okay, ready for triangle. We're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to hinge at the hips and come down into our triangle. So again, you can put your arm behind your back if it's hurting your shoulder. You can gaze up or straight ahead. Just try not to lock your knees out, so keep a nice little micro bend there. Okay, then we're going to come back into our warrior two. So bend that front leg, cartwheel our hands down. We're going to vinyasa to downward dog. So step back into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Okay, we're going to step, hop or jump, our hands forward. I'm going to inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so that's one sun salutation. And then we're going to do our sun salutation B with a chair this time. So for the chair, you can have your feet hip width apart if you prefer. I find it easier when your feet are touching for the chair pose, personally. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down, we'll cut our hands at our hearts. So you want your thumb on your collarbone, elbows nice and high, and we're going to drop down into that invisible chair. So you want your weight in your heels so you can pick your toes up. You want to tilt your pelvis so your back's nice and straight. Okay, what we'll do is our arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Okay, inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, lunge it forward. Back foot is at 45 degrees, back into our warrior one. Okay, while we're here, we're going to do a humble warrior as well. So we're going to exhale and lean over, down. So we're hinging at the hips and coming down next to our right elbows. You can put your hands still in pistol if you prefer, or hands at your heart. And back up. Hands down. We're going to Vinyasa, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. If you don't like to do the chaturanga, you can Vinyasa straight to the downward dog if that's easier for you. Okay, we're going to inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, lunge it through, back foot at 45 degrees. Check your positioning. Arms up, shoulders roll back. Warrior one. Okay, we're going to hinge at the hips and come down next to our knee. Humble warrior. And back up again. Okay, hands down. We're going to Vinyasa to downward dog or go straight into downward dog. It's up to you. So plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. So when you come back into your downward dog, you need to reposition your feet. Okay, inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, standing tall. Okay, so that's our sun salutations for today. We're going to do a balance pose. I'm just very torn, I don't know whether to do the eagle or the tree. I was going to do the eagle, but I think the tree might be easier, so we'll do a tree today. So for our tree, you want to ground yourself. So I'm going to ground my left foot down, so spread the toes, really ground that foot down. And you don't want to be leaning to the side, so nice firm base. And then I'm going to raise my right leg up, so hands at the heart, elbows nice and high. There's a few options for your tree. So there's the humble tree where you can put your foot on your ankle. From here you can close your eyes and test your balance. Number 2 is on your shin. And number 3 is all the way up on your thigh. Whatever you do, do not put it on your knee joint. Okay. So on your thigh, you need to push your foot into your thigh and your thigh into your foot. And then we're also trying to open up the hips as well. So the key is to focus on something, put one point of focus to keep your balance. If you want, you can put your arms up and open those branches. For 3 breaths. Then when you're ready, hands back to heart, bring the leg in, drop it down, shake it out. Then we're going to go on the other side. So we're going to ground that right foot down and get ready with the left foot. So hands at the heart. Again, you can do your humble tree with your eyes closed, on the shin or on your thigh. It's completely up to you. So you're pushing your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. And focus on a point. I'm going to collapse that through down, shake those legs out. Okay, I'm gonna, should we vinyasa? No, we'll just sit on the floor. I was going to vinyasa to the floor. We'll sit on the floor. We're going to do some recline twists and then get ready for Shavasana. So we're going to lie down on our back, knees bent, so we'll just quickly hug our knees in just to massage your lower back. So you can do knee circles on the ceilings, or you can rock backwards and forwards, or there's this rock and roll where you come up and it's really nice on your back. But it's completely up to you what you fancy to do. Okay. And then when you're ready, we're going to put our arms in the shape of a T and drop our knees. So I'm going to drop my knees to the left and my head's going to twist to the right for a nice spinal stretch. Twist even. Okay, knees back to centre. And then drop to the other side. So knees to the right, head to the left. If you can't feel the stretch, you can always pull your knee down with your other hand. Okay, knees back to centre. Hug them in, bring your head up into your head shrug, and then we're going to explode into our Shavasana. So you want to drop your legs nice and wide, palms facing up. Okay, we're going to tense all our muscles here, fingers, toes, arms, bottom, tummy, face, eyes, everything. On an exhale, release all that tension. Feel your stress and your worries float away into the floor, melt away into the floor. Find your breath. So relax your jaw, take the tongue off the roof of your mouth. And just feel yourself sinking into the ground.